India. Technology. Typhoon Krathon to hit semicon supply chain from Taiwan. Taiwan houses around 64.8% of the foundry capacity across the logic and memory chips and over 90% of the capacity for world's most advanced chips across the 5, 4, 3 nanometer technology nodes. Per fab economics RNA. A powerful typhoon has wreaked havoc across Taiwan, causing the widespread damage and raising concerns about disruption to the global semiconductor industry. The Taiwan is no stranger to natural disasters. Taiwan is no stranger to natural disasters. It regularly faces earthquake and flood, with the typhoons typically striking the eastern coast, which faces the Pacific. However, Typhoon Krathon is an unusual and particularly concerning event, as it has made landfall on Taiwan's western coast, home to some of the world's most critical semiconductor fabrication plants, including those operated by the industry leader, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company (TSMC). Experts warn this typhoon could have a significant short-term impact on already fragile semiconductor supply chain, with a ripple effect felt across industry worldwide. So, it's very critical to note that the Typhoon Krathon is very unique. In fact, the global semiconductor industry or Taiwan semiconductor industry never experienced such an event till date. Typhoon Krathon is the first storm of the Category 4 or the above that will make landfall on western plains of the nation, which are densely populated and home to TSMC's leading-edge EUV-based manufacturing facilities. In contrast, all previous storms had made landfall on the eastern side of the Taiwan, then been embraced by the central mountain region before reaching western cities with very low intensity, said Danish Fulukui, CEO of Fab Economics, US-based boutique semiconductor advisor company. The western plains where the Typhoon Krathon landed is the city of Tainan, which is home to the TSMC Fab 14 nanometer and 5 nanometer, the high volume manufacturing, and Fab 18 and 7 nanometer and 5 nanometer high volume manufacturing, and the R&D Fab 2 nanometer development ramp. Along with the TSMC, Taiwan's United Microelectronics Corporation (UMC) operates Fab 12A in Tainan, facility that has been a volume production since 2002. Since this advanced fabrication plant currently manufactures semiconductor products down to the 14 nanometer process node. Overall, Taiwan houses around 64.8% of the foundry capacity across the logic and memory chips and over 90% of the capacity for the world's most advanced chips across the 4, 5, 4, 3 nanometer technology node for fab economics RNA. In addition to the manufacturing the chips, Taiwan IC package and testing out stands at around 56% of the total global output by value, which once again houses outsized share of the advanced packaging, including CoWoS, chip on wafer on substrate packaging, the architecture facilities that are used for NVIDIA GPUs. So the AMD AI accelerator MI300 and many other products are responsible for Gen AI. As a result, even a minor disruption in the nation's semiconductor ecosystem can be felt across the electronics ecosystem. The level of any major or minor semiconductor ecosystem disruption in Taiwan will be felt across almost every end market industry from data centers, consumer electronics, mobile, automotive, aviation, industrial networking, Gen AI ecosystem, and a lot more, said Faraki. Considering semiconductor fabrication plants are capital incentive and even the smallest disruption could lead to losses in millions of dollars. Semiconductor players are usually prepared and equipped for such disruption. Extreme weather events can severely disrupt semiconductor manufacturing, depending on their intensity and scale. The industry relies heavily on ultra-pure water, which may become scarce due to the drought or contaminated by flood. Power outages from typhoons can hurt production lines, while flooding threatens sensitive equipment and the clean room environment. Additionally, logistical disruptions can delay the delivery of raw material, leading to the increased costs and extended lead times, says Prabhu Ram, VP Industry Research Group, IRG, so Cyber Media Research, CMR. The email sent to the TSMC and United Microelectronics Corporation, UMC, did not elicit any responses at the time of the publication. However, the sources confirmed that fabs in the region has already commenced their typhoon preparation procedures ahead of arrival of Typhoon Krathon. Ram of CMI believes given the typhoons and semiconductor industry is upstream in the supply chain, disruptions could have devastating the cascading the effect on the downstream players. As a leader, TSMC and other manufacturers would have taken proactive measures to prepare for such event. He adds the semiconductor industry has witnessed firsthand of the devastating the consequences of the Black Swan event, highlighting the interconnectedness of the global supply chains and their effect on various industries. In April this year, Taiwan was struck by a 7.4 magnitude earthquake, one of the country's longest earthquakes in 25 years, which had impacted fabs of TSMC, Micron, and others. However, given their ample experience and capabilities to natural disasters, including response and damage to prevention, as well as regular disaster drills, the equipment in Taiwan fabs were fully recovered. Diversified supply chain. Taiwan's dominance in this industry, particularly through the companies like TSMC, has made it an essential player in the global technology ecogroup. However, its exposure to the frequent natural disasters, such as typhoons and earthquakes, coupled with the ongoing geopolitical tension, particularly with China, makes it stands at the precarious intersection despite being the most critical and substantial link in the global semiconductor manufacturing and packaging supply chain. A disruption in Taiwan's semiconductor production, whether from natural disaster or political conflict, could send shockwaves through multiple industries worldwide, from automotive to the consumer electronics, given the pervasive use of chips in nearly every modern technology. The fragility of the supply chain was accurately highlighted during the COVID-19 pandemic, when lockdown, the logistical disruptions led to global semiconductor shortages, causing production delays across a wide range of sectors. Experts believe that the semiconductor industry leadership should make semiconductor supply chain resilient by diversifying it from specific regions. In response to these challenges, many countries, including USA, European Union, EU, and India and Japan, has recognized the strategic importance of the semiconductor production and are now racing to the localized parts of the semiconductor fabrication process. By building domestic capability, these nations aimed to reduce their dependence of Taiwan and China and secure their own supplies of these critical components. The U.S., for example, has enacted the CHIPS Act to incentivize semiconductor manufacturing, while the European Union has launched its own initiatives to bolster its semiconductor ecosystem. India is also looking beyond the semiconductor R&D and aims to establish a chip manufacturing ecosystem within the country through its Semicon India program, which has a financial outlay of 76,000 crore rupees. Within the 2.5 years of announcing the scheme, India has received numerous proposals for semiconductor, analog and compound fabs, as well as multiple projects for testing and packaging plants. Of these, the government has already approved Tata's silicon fab, along with 4 testing and packaging plants from U.S. memory chip giant Micron, Tata Electronics, CG Power, and Keynes. Currently, India, amongst the various world regions, is offering unparalleled subsidy commitment from highest level in government and the fastest pace of doing business for semiconductor manufacturing and packaging players, which is astutely befitting to leverage the current geopolitics and geoeconomics of semiconductors, along with the vulnerability of legacy supply chain moat points at Phallus Quay. As India Ministry of Electronics and IT progresses with the second phase of the semicon India scheme, the industry is optimistic about attracting more fab projects to the country. The Indian government has been actively forging the partnership and signing Memorandum of Understanding (MOUs) with key global players, including the United States, Europe, Japan, and Singapore, to bolster its semiconductor manufacturing ecosystem. These collaborations will help India strengthen its position as an emerging hub for semiconductor production and reduce reliance on global supply chain. Also read, after 7 months, Tata signed the agreement with Taiwan's PSMC for the Rera Semiconductor Fab. Okay. Thank you. Today, I read this article, Typhoon Krathon to hit semicon supply chain from Taiwan. Thank you for your time and see you next time.